So it started with a simple plan. Become the first person to summit the highest mountain on every continent, surf every ocean. That was 12 years ago. And at that time in my life, nothing else mattered. And all that changed. All of it, everything. And you know, I can think back to the moment that started to bend my life. And it was the Himalayas. Or actually, it was that crazy amulet. I was heading up Everest when Sherpas suggested that I stop by a monastery and get a blessing. And the Lama there, they believe, is a reincarnate. He's been around for 300 years. So I got my blessing, but then I thought, well, here's an opportunity to ask him something. I said, can you give me something to reflect on as I climb? And that night, he gave me an amulet. And etched onto the amulet were these mysterious letters. The next morning, I went around camp looking for a translation of the letters. And the Sherpas couldn't translate it. Very old writing. Powerful, full of life's meaning, but nobody could translate it. And we faced these calamities on the summit of Everest. And we got through it, and I think what got us through it is the heroism, the selflessness of one of my climbing partners. But the Sherpas saw it differently, and they thought it was the amulet. As the journey continued, and I crisscrossed the globe, you know, went high deserts of Morocco, Tibetan Plateau, remote beaches, things started to happen. And there were more calamities, and there was transformation. And I pulled that amulet out of that sock drawer and became determined to figure out what it meant. And you know, there are moments that will forever change someone. And for me, there was a moment when I dodged a bullet in the jungles of Indonesia, and I met the person who took that bullet full in the back. Changed me. When the journey was coming to an end, I was surfing my last beach. It was a remote beach in Norway, and that's when the meaning of the letters finally occurred to me. The journey just completely unraveled me, and you know, there was the calamity on Everest, dodging a bullet in the jungles of Indonesia. Every brush with death brought me closer to life.